Hello and welcome back to the Happy Hippie. Today it's Julie and Hunter and we have Lexi with us in the house. So we're going to deliver a quick message from Spirit here. We are going to use the Light Seers Tarot deck and also the Moonology deck, the Spirit Animals, and I really need to look up the name of this deck. Hunter, do you want to cut these? All right, that was kind of fun when we did it before. Spirit, what is the message that needs to be delivered today? Oops. This one. And we have the calmness card. Okay. I feel like this might be a part 2. Back at it again. Alright, and choose a spirit animal deck, or spirit animal card. And Lexi, how about if you do the Moonology? What is the message Spirit wants to deliver? Oh, we have Hummingbird, be here now. And from the Moonology deck, communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. Okay. So what we have right now is the calmness card. We have Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. We have New Moon in Gemini, which actually will be our next new moon. Communication is key. So right off the bat, what I'm getting is we just had the new moon in Taurus. New moon in Gemini will be next. So that tells me right now that for the next month, that this is a collective reading for the next month. But as we always say around here on Happy Hippie, our messages are always meant to be timeless. So whether you're seeing this right now currently and viewing it in the next month, or whether you're finding this 5 years down the road, whenever you find the messages, it is intended for you. And you can take that as confirmation from Spirit that that is what you were supposed to hear. So while I'm shuffling the tarot cards, one thing that comes out right now, Hummingbird, it says be here now, but Hummingbird to me, the message is always lighten up. So Hummingbird, like, okay, everybody knows that I talk to spirit animals. It's kind of my thing. So what Hummingbird has always said to me, whether I have seen them in my mind or whether I have actually seen them in person, the message I always get is to lighten up and bring more joy into your life. And have you ever seen a hummingbird with their little tiny, but their wings just go 90 mile an hour? Yes, and I do have, let's see here. We need to get the hummingbird spirit animal. All right, so we'll add that over here. Yeah, so hummingbird, the message to me is always that something has been weighing heavy on you. And that spirit in your soul is saying, hey, that's too heavy, lighten up. Lighten up and focus more on the joy. And the calmness card coming out kind of means the same thing. Like, I'm thinking we're going to go straight to the topic of anxiety on this. Because calmness is that internal peace feeling. And hummingbird is lighten up so that you feel better. So I think, I don't know about the rest of you, but I can tell you that all of us in this room and also a lot of people around us, we've noticed really suffering from a lot of anxiety lately. And we are kind of on a war against it over here. I don't know if it's just something in the astrological energy of the what's been going on lately or what, but it seems like anxiety's been really kicking up this last month. So I think that this message is saying lighten up, free yourself up from that, be here now. So focus on being present. And a lot of anxiety, all of basically anxiety, most of it, comes from either kicking yourself over the shoulda, woulda, couldas from the past, or worrying about this dark, dim future that you think is coming down the road. Neither of which are important. The future one hasn't even happened. Like, it's literally fake. So our okay, here we go. Jules popping off on a rant. We'll get back to the tarot in just a minute, but let's just talk about anxiety. So when you're kicking yourself over something in the past and you're saying, God, if I would have done this, if I could have done this, I should have done this. But you know what? You are wasting your vitality. You're wasting your joy. You're wasting your being able to find joy in the present moment. The present moment, which is all you actually have, is suffering drastically. Because that past stuff, it's already gone. You can't go back and change it. It worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. If it was supposed to be any different, well, the universe and your soul would have made it different. But it didn't. So don't waste any more of your time and give away your vital essence of worrying about the past. So then let's talk about the future component, which in my opinion is where 90% of anxiety comes from, is we're worried about, well, what if? What if this happens? And what if that happens? And oh my God, what if this happens? And what if this happens? And what if that happens? Again, you're robbing yourself of the joy being here now in the present moment. So fear, as an acronym, stands for false experiences appearing real. Your subconscious mind has a very good way of showing you these images, showing you these things, playing these, well, what if this? Well, you better worry about this. We better do this. You better do this. You better do this. That is your subconscious mind. But all of that stuff is made up and it's fake. And it hasn't happened. And the chances are it's never gonna happen. And I know this is something that I personally have struggled with just terrible. And this is definitely a message for me. But I think Hummingbird is coming in today to say, hey, come on, back to the present. Stop worrying about the past. Stop making up all these crazy, stupid stories that you think are going to happen in the future. And be here now and enjoy the life that you actually have right now. Because most of us, if we stop for just a second, most of us that have suffered from anxiety and things, if you actually stop and look at your life, is there anything wrong? No. It's all the crap going on in your head from thinking about the past and the future. But if you actually focus on that present moment, most of the time, there's nothing wrong. Your life is pretty good. So I think that is the Hummingbird's major message, but let's see what the tarot has to add to that. So I think that with that saying new moon in Gemini, I'm thinking that the intention for this next moon phase, from new moon in Taurus to new moon in Gemini, you know what, I'm going to take these because I just felt like it. Star. Oh, you know what? And I only do reversals when I feel guided from Spirit, and I actually do feel guided to leave the Chariot upside down. Apparently this one wants to come out. Now the Hermit, no, I'm going to go back this way. Most of them I don't do reversals, but sometimes they... Oh, what do we got here? King of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Wheel. Okay, so we have the Star, which is also the Aquarius card and can be the major message being wish fulfillment. We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Hermit. We have the King of Wands. There's our friend the Lion again. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So what I think the tarot wants to add to this message is, first of all, this Chariot being in reverse says stop pushing. Stop with the action. Because the Chariot is the card of action. So this to me says chill out. The Hermit card is to go within. So the Hermit card is good for reflection. That is the Virgo card. You see how she's contemplating, and she's actually like surrounded by this light, bright energy and this sun. To me, that's saying that when she's going within and she's reflecting and just being in a calm space and paying attention to where she currently is and what's going on, that a lot of enlightenment is happening, is what I'm getting off of that. I have a different spin on the King of Wands looking at this. What Spirit's telling me is to look at this lion over top of his shoulder. And he's facing this way. And he's got this one thing that he's carrying, that one idea, that one passion, that one whatever. But while he's looking at that, lion is representing Spirit. And to me, that is saying, don't worry, Spirit's got your back. Like you can take time to focus internally, almost like Hermit here. You can take time to like look at what you need to look at. Spirit's got your back. The Three of Cups cards to me in this spread is saying spend time with friends. This one is a coming together, sharing love and laugh and lighthearted moments, and that connection, that bonding is what the Three of Cups is saying here. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that, and it's weird because the Wheel of Fortune came out also in the last reading I did, but it was in a different spot. It was over here. Now this one is over here at the end, and what this is telling me is that when it's time for the wheel to turn and it's time to take this Chariot and flip it around and go to action, you'll know. The cycle will complete itself. The wheel will turn, and that will be the right time for that. But right now, it's not the time for action. It's the time for reflection. And then at the next new moon, it's time for action. So that's what I'm getting there. And then the Star card, that one just wish fulfillment, and let's see what else we've got here. You know, I'm feeling like, you see this string that she has going up, and then it's like going up into the sun. I'm almost feeling like that is intention setting. I think that is like a stream of new thoughts, new desires, new ideas, new dreams that she's sending out to the universe. And that the Star card, you know, the wish fulfillment is listening to that. And so she's being heard, but while she's doing this reflection, she's protected by Spirit. Spirit is listening, and when it's time, the action will kick in and it'll be go time. But for right now, the message is to stop and just enjoy where you're at. Lighten up, be here now, spend time with friends, bond, and that is the real work between now and the next new moon. So what do you guys think? You got anything you want to add to that?
Precisely.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty clear, and so I hope we here at Happy Hippie hope that you have an absolutely amazing day, and we hope that you'll check out our videos on happyhippie.tv. We got our new website up, and pretty soon we're going to have some really fun stuff coming. So when it's time for us to turn that Chariot card around and move into go time, you'll know it. But around here, we're kind of resting and relaxing a little bit right now, too. We're listening to that message from Spirit. So hope you have an absolutely amazing day. We love you. We are cheering you on over here, and see you again soon.